Welcome back to Pro Cycle Repair, guys. I'm going to show you a new bike today that I'm working on. I already started it before I started the YouTube series, so I'm going to show you guys. It's a 1970 Yamaha AT125 two-stroke. Let's check it out.
So these bikes are made from 1969 to 1971, and they are two-strokes, so they're my favorite. They had 11.5 horsepower, and they went at top speed at 60 miles an hour. A true staple of the 70s. Such a great bike.
So I took the carburetor off. I'm rebuilding right now. Just want to show you guys the progress. Okay, so taking it apart, our main jet right here, it actually has a rubber O-ring on it that sits down at the bottom of the bowl to let out a certain amount of gas from the carb. It's gonna suck up a certain amount of gas from the float bowl. When I took it out, the O-ring fell apart, so I got some new ones. Came from eBay. But today I'm gonna show you guys the basics of cleaning a carburetor. So we have our two jets, our idle one and our main jet, and then we have our floats, and then we have our needle. This is where the needle sits inside here. This is the main jet, and then I think I took it out of here. It's where the idle jet goes. But I'm going to show you the basics of it. So first, what we're going to do is you're going to grab your air compressor and your air nozzle, grab a can of brake clean, and I'll show you guys how to clean these. Alright, so the basics of it is you take your jet, spray a little bit of cleaner through it, take your air nozzle and hold tight to it. Make sure you really clean it out. And then just double check inside to make sure you can see daylight through it. There's no obstructions. Same thing with the idle jet. Don't know if you guys will be able to see this one, but it is nice and clean. That's the basics of the jet. Then you're going to take the top side of your carb, spray in, do a nice cleaning, put it on these holes, just spray lightly. Then you're gonna look at the intake side, spray again. Same thing, go in those holes, spray lightly. Top side, again, spray lightly. you got a clean carb. So the last thing we're gonna do is you're gonna grab a Q-tip, like so. Spray a little bit on the end of it. You're gonna grab your needle, just clean the ends of it. If you ever have a carb that's won't shut off the gas, and you know that the petcock is working, it means that this has a little tiny piece of debris on it that's letting gas pass through it, and it's not stopping it properly. Then once you clean that, spray a little bit more on the end of it. You're gonna take this piece, you're gonna go down inside this where the needle sits. Clean it really good. That way we really make sure that there's absolutely no dirt in there. So now, when this piece goes in there, it should be nice and smooth. You can even take the end of a screwdriver with a magnet, and then make sure that you have no, you have no obstructions going. Feels pretty smooth. So now once we're done cleaning, put the needle back in, grab your floats, grab your brass pin, push that through. Make sure it's even on both sides. Make sure your floats are working properly. Then you're going to take your idler jet, put it down there. Take a small screwdriver. Just make sure it's snug. Then you're going to take your main jet. Make sure that's snug. Yeah. So we got our idler jet snug, main jet snug, pin back in, needle back in, floats back in. Then we're gonna grab our float bowl. Put our screws back in. snug them all down. There you go. You got yourself a clean carb.